Hi there, I'm Caitlin from the Regional Foundation Center at the Free Library of Philadelphia. Getting more out of Foundation Directory Online is a video series offering tips and insights into some of the lesser explored areas of Foundation Directory Online. Today, I'm going to show you how you can improve your Foundation Directory Online search results by using Candid's Philanthropy classification system. The Philanthropy classification system is Candid's taxonomy, describing the work of grant makers and nonprofit organizations. Candid's classification system is based on the National Taxonomy of Exempt Entities, or NTEE, and has been expanded over the last 3 decades to include emerging work while capturing and indexing the work of the sector on a global scale. Basically, the taxonomy is a list of search terms used to code and categorize the information in Foundation Directory Online and is the basis for classifying and accessing all of Candid's data. Familiarizing yourself with the taxonomy can help you find the best search terms to use to describe your organization's work. This in turn will help you get at the funders most likely to fund your organization. The facets of the taxonomy illuminate the work done in the sector and answer the following questions about philanthropy: who, what, how, and where. Let's explore these facets in more detail. The first facet of the taxonomy is subject. Subject describes what is being supported, meaning either a grant maker's area of focus or the primary work of a nonprofit organization. Some examples include elementary education or clean water supply. The next facet is population. This describes who is being supported and details characteristics of the populations being targeted as the intended beneficiary of support and services being provided. Examples include girls or people with disabilities. Next is support strategy, which describes the how, meaning how the goals of a program or grant are being implemented or supported. For example, general support, program development, or capital and infrastructure. Lastly is geographic focus, which describes where the work is being done. Keep in mind that an organization may be based in one place, but may be doing work or funding in another place. For example, an organization may be based in Philadelphia, but providing programs in Kenya. In this case, the geographic focus would be Kenya, not Philadelphia. Before exploring the taxonomy, it may help to ask yourself 3 questions. Who are you serving? Where are they located? And what are you doing for them? For example, here is how an organization providing after-school programs for youth in Philadelphia might answer these questions. For who are you serving? They may say they're serving youth ages 5 to 12. Where are they located? For that question, we would say Philadelphia. And you always want to include a geographic focus in your search to ensure you're getting a list of funders interested in funding that geographic area. For the question, what are you doing for them? It may be helpful to jot down a sentence or 2 or some bullet points. For example, our organization is providing after-school programs with a mix of academic programming, recreation, and cultural activities. Your organization may have one project or program you are looking to fund, or you may have several. It's helpful to answer these questions for each program or project. Once you've answered these questions, you can look at the taxonomy to find the terms most relevant to your work and your funding needs. So let's take a look at the Philanthropy Classification System website. To access the website, you can go to taxonomy.candid.org. Once on the website, you can learn more about the Philanthropy Classification System. And if you scroll down, we have a quick search box. So if you have a search term in mind already, you can try searching for it. If I start typing in after school, you'll see that the subject area that most aligns with after school programs is out of school learning. From here, I can click on that search term to learn more about that specific term. If you don't have a specific search term in mind, or you want to see the full list, then you can use one of the different facets up here. Click on that to get the full list. So let's start with subjects. Once I click on subjects, I can then scroll down and we'll get to this hierarchy section. So you'll notice that we have very broad and general search terms here. And if we were to search for one of these, we may get too many search results since they are so broad. So if we wanted to find a subject term that was more specific, we could choose one of these broader search terms and dive into it to find something more specific. So for example, if I click the plus sign next to education, I'll then see additional search terms under this category of education. If I then open up the education services subject area, that's where I'll find out of school learning. For any of these search terms, I can click on the term, and on the right-hand side of the page, you'll see a description or definition for that search term. This helps ensure that you are getting at the search term that is most appropriate for the work that you're doing. Going back to our example of the after-school program, other search terms that we might want to look for may fall under arts and culture. Then we can look under arts services, and there we'll find arts education. We might also want to look under human services, where we'll find youth development. And within that youth development subject area, we'll find youth services. Lastly, we might want to also look under sports and recreation. Under that subject area, we'll find community recreation. Once we've looked at the subjects, we may also want to look at the populations facet. Just like with the subjects facet, we have very broad general categories to start with, but we can drill down to find more specific search terms. So under the category of children and youth, we'll find more specific age groups. For example, children. You'll see that in the description here, children is defined as young people aged 3 to 9. Another useful population term for our search might be under work status, where we'll find academics, and then we'll find students. So now that we've looked at the philanthropy classification system, let's go back to our original example and add in the search terms that we found from the philanthropy classification system website. So if we revisit those 3 questions, to answer the question, who are you serving? We may want to use the search terms students, children, or preteens. For the question, where are they? We're still going to use Philadelphia. And for the question, what are you doing for them? We might use the subject terms out of school learning, arts education, community recreation, or youth services. A word of caution about the taxonomy and the search terms. A lot of nonprofits tend to think of their work in very granular and specific terms, but funders don't always think along the same lines. So you can start by searching for more specific search terms, but then you may also want to look at who is funding broader search terms. Thank you for watching Getting More Out of Foundation Directory Online. Please reach out to the Regional Foundation Center if we can be of assistance.